Good morning. Welcome to your Thursday, July 5th daily operations weather briefing. Currently across the region, we do have weak high pressure over the area with a weak surface trough that is moving over the area and going to be settling over the central portions of Virginia today. This surface boundary is surface trough, is producing some light scattered to isolated to scattered showers across the area. Did have some pop-ups show up over the area, however, before that precip actually did hit the ground. It actually dried up for the most part, although some areas did see some spotty drizzle this morning. That'll continue over the next several hours and then begin to pretty much dry up after the noontime hour. Looking at the satellite radar imagery, you do have a decent amount of low-level cloud cover over the area, although it's hard to see on the IR satellite imagery here. Do have some light southerly winds and again some scattered to isolated showers moving across the area this morning and continuing into the later portion of this morning before drying up by this afternoon. Right now we have a few at 1500, broken at 2500, and broken at 25,000 with a light southerly wind at 7 knots and a temperature of 83 degrees. Over the next 24 hours, again, just that slight chance to do see some light rainfall across our area this morning, and winds generally remaining out of the south at about 5 to 10 knots, temperatures rising into the mid-80s at around 86 degrees. Should top out at around 87 degrees. Southerly winds picking up this afternoon at about 8 to 13 knots, mainly after 2 p.m., and we'll see mid to lower 80 temperatures throughout the remainder of this remainder of the day into the later portions of this afternoon. Should start to see this cloud cover begin to diminish after 4 p.m. this afternoon, eventually becoming mostly clear with a southerly wind at 8 to 13 knots. And then cloud cover will begin to increase again later this evening into the overnight hours. We could see some patchy fog. Southerly winds will be picking up 10 to 15 knots overnight, mainly between 10 to 15 to 9 to 14 knots overnight. Then we'll start to see our wind shift more south to southwesterly as a cold front will be approaching the region overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and winds look to pick up again by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning out of the southwest at 10 to 15 knots, gusting to around 17 knots. Our tides this morning are slightly above normal. And as we look at the next 2 days, Friday, mostly cloudy with rain likely and a chance of thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon and evening with that front moving through. Our precipitable water values will be up above 2 inches tomorrow afternoon as well. So it looks like we will see the potential for heavy rain. And there is the potential that some areas will see 1 to 2 inches of rain, maybe in some isolated areas seeing a bit above that 2-inch mark of rainfall. It's going to be much needed rain as we've been rather dry over the past several days to a week and a half. High temperature tomorrow is expected to be around 86 degrees. Friday night we could see some lingering showers early before 2 a.m., but then mostly cloudy throughout the remainder of the overnight hours, becoming partly cloudy by dawn. It will be cooler with a low of 68 degrees, which is more seasonable for this time of year. And then for our day on Saturday, partly cloudy with winds picking up out of a northeasterly direction. We could see a fairly decent potential that we'll have winds above 25 knots for our day on Saturday. We'll get up to a high of around 79 degrees. Well, that'll conclude the daily operations weather briefing for today. We'll be back with you at 10 a.m. for the extended outlook. Have a great day.